Minecraft is a game that I associate with my childhood, just like a lot of other people do. Recently, my childhood kind of came to an end because I officially became a legal adult by turning 18. So because of that, I decided it would be kind of cool to go and venture into an older version of Minecraft so that I could maybe I don't know, feel some sort of nostalgia from my past, I guess. I don't know if it's just the simplicity or maybe the different sounds and video effects and whatever else, but old Minecraft gave a completely different feeling than the current game. In this video, I'll be playing in version beta 1.7.3 for 100 days. A lot of people call this version the golden age of Minecraft, and honestly, I totally agree. By the way, I should mention that I decided to use a face cam for the entire video because I thought it would be cool for people to actually see my expressions and stuff during recording. And because of that, this video actually took a really long time to film and edit, so if you guys could subscribe and then I would really appreciate it. But let's go ahead and get into day one.
Alrighty. So this is our old school world for the next little while. Oh, and you know what? That is one thing that I love about this version. The thing that I love about this version is the fog. Why did Minecraft ever remove this? It looks so good.
I started off by gathering some wood, some tools, and eventually making a bed so that I can sleep and whatnot. But I kept getting so intrigued by the old textures and crafting recipes. It was kind of funny.
Now, I don't know all the different recipes, but dude, that old school bed, the red one, you always get a red bed. I forgot about that. Well, that's pretty cool. I don't know how good the mobs were in this version, but I think we'll take a sleep. End of day one.
On day two, I started off in a little boat to try and find the place I was going to call home. I knew that old Minecraft was a simple game with very few mobs, so building was probably going to be the most important part of this world. Towards the end of the day though, I did find my first cave of the world and a little bit of coal, so that was good. After that, I just went to sleep and moved on to day 3.
Okay.
After waking up from my little hole on day 3, I went to a mine nearby and found my first few pieces of iron. After smelting them down, I was able to craft an entire set of armor. Feeling confident in my newfound strength, I continued exploring the world until I found a surface dungeon, because they have those in old Minecraft, and I was able to get myself some mossy cobblestone to end out day 3.
Let's go ahead and pick all this up so that we can get a different type of block, because I don't think you can actually craft mossy cobblestone. I think that it's only, from these, dungeons.
On day 4, I had a clear objective I wanted to achieve. I needed to find the perfect spot for my home. After wandering around for just a little while, I finally found the perfect place.
Oh, there's got a creeper here. Oh, freaking zombies. Dude, look at this. Look at this super sick arch too. Okay, I think what I'm gonna want to do. I want to have this. This is such a sick view. Oh, and there's pumpkin right there. Okay, I think I want to make the house right here.
On day 5, I had big plans for my house. I wanted to build it in a way that resembled both the snowy theme, but also kind of the old Minecraft architecture theme. So I decided that I was probably going to need a lot of cobblestone for this project. So I went and I started creating a mine shaft to get the cobblestone. For the rest of the day after creating the mine shaft, I was down in the mines just working away, just trying to get as much cobblestone and other resources as I could. When day 6 rolled around, it was time to start my first project. Since I had just gotten my hands on a bunch of cobblestone, I decided to make the base of my house out of it. After making the first floor, I realized I wanted the second part of the house to be made out of wood, so I began chopping down some trees. Although there are a few variants of trees in this version, the only type of planks is oak planks, so my block palette was definitely going to be limited. Eventually though, I ran out of time on day 6, so I went ahead and went to sleep. On day 7, it was straight back to construction. I made a lot of progress on the house today and was able to get the main frame of the house put up. I liked how it was turning out, but it definitely wasn't the best that I could build. Eventually, I had to go get more wood, so I went to chop down some trees. It was right around this time that the sun started going down, and I still could not get over the huge differences between beta Minecraft and the newest versions of the game.
I love the lighting in this version. The lighting is so nostalgic, and I feel like it just looks. This should be an option. There should be an option in like regular Minecraft to have like this shadowy lighting. It's just so nice. It's so nice.
Day 8 was the start of my least favorite part about building. I had to actually figure out what I wanted to do for the roof. Instead, I procrastinated for a little while by chopping down some more trees, and because I'm such a good person, I even began to replant the trees I've chopped down. I began building the roof, and I learned that you actually can't do upside down stairs in this version, so that was kind of weird to work around. Because of that and some other little things that I didn't understand about this version, I was struggling to find a roof design that I liked, so eventually I just went to sleep. On day 9, I went out looking for some food. In this version, only pigs drop meat, so that was what I was primarily looking for. While there is no hunger bar in beta Minecraft, the only way to heal is with food. When I got back, I continued working on the roof and finally decided on a design. At the end of the day, I got this really cinematic shot of the house.
Do I like that? Wow. Look at that, chat. Look at my house while this music playing.
On day 10, I continued working on the roof of the house, and that took so long that I even carried over onto day 11, where we finally finished the roof of the house, at least to a point where I somewhat liked it, and after a while, I was able to put in some flooring so that I could officially move into the house. Now that I had moved into the house, I realized I was going to have to go mining. In this version, armor's durability is actually what gives you protection for some reason. I don't know. So having an abundance of iron was pretty much a necessity. I mined for like 2 days straight and was able to find some stuff like iron ore and redstone. But I also found my first few diamonds of the world, so that was pretty cool.
What the fuck was that?
After I was tired of mining, I did some more little chores like getting sand and placing some stairs down in the mine, but I also had some pretty big plans for my settlement.
This whole little valley is super cool. I'd like to expand into the valley, like into this little section. I think that would look super dope. So we'll probably do that sometime soon.
My idea for expanding into the valley kind of inspired me to start making a new building. I wanted to make like this town with an economy that was centered around mining, since there wasn't a whole lot of natural resources in this, snowy area. So in any mining town, the miners are obviously going to want a couple of brewskis after their hard day's work, so I was making a tavern. While getting resources for the build, I stumbled across some dogs and I was able to tame them. It's pretty nice not being so lonely.
Wait. Did I just hear a dog? Oh, dude, dog. Dude. Yes. Okay, we got a friend. We got a little friend action. Sweet, look at you. Oh, dude, there's another dog. Boom. 2 dogs.
Now that I found some new friends, I continue to work on the tavern. I wanted to use wool for the tavern because I had seen some beta builds that incorporated wool into the design, so I thought that was cool, and I had to go and spend a lot of time killing and shearing sheep for wool. The tavern was quite a lengthy project, forcing me to spend multiple days on it. By day 20, I was able to put the roof onto the tavern, and by day 21, I was able to completely finish the exterior of the tavern. After chopping wood for an entire day, I was trying to do literally everything I could to not have to go mining for resources. So I decided to start building another house. After coming to the realization that I would probably need cobblestone to actually build the house, I went and sucked it up and I started strip mining. I did find 5 diamonds though, so I guess it wasn't too bad.
Let's go, dude. We just found more diamonds, finally. It's been a long time since I found diamonds. Give me that. 5 diamonds, look at that. I went back to the surface the next day and continued working on the new building. I wasn't really that happy with the roof designs of the other buildings that I had already done, so I was experimenting with different designs until I eventually found one that I liked. I eventually had to go get some wool though, so I could continue working on the overall structure of the house. However, I did find this cool little meadow that I thought I might revisit one day.
I don't know if I would like build something here. I mean, I'd like to, but like, what do I even build in here, you know? But it is pretty cool.
Construction on the house was coming along well, and when I got to building the roof, I wanted to make sure I chose a different roof design than the other buildings because I somewhat disliked them. As I was trying to figure out how to do that though, I realized that the roof would look really dumb with the current shape of the house. This meant though that I had to practically extend the walls towards the mine to fix it, which would be super annoying. After I got the base of the house fixed, I was able to completely finish the exterior of it on day 31.
Look at that, dude. We just finished the roof right as the day was coming to an end. Awesome. Super sick. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Let's look at it from this side. Yeah, dude, I think it turned out pretty good. Now, it is kind of infringing on the old mine, so we're probably going to have to move either that mine entrance or think of something else. But for now, I'm happy with the build. I think it turned out great.
At this point, I gotta come clean. I have been desperately avoiding the small details and interiors of these buildings because I just really don't know what to do for them and I don't want to do them, but I decided I should probably just suck it up and try. I started by placing trapdoors and glass on all the windows to kind of finish the buildings, and then I tried to make like a little pathway with gravel which linked all the buildings together, which I think came out nice. Then I went on like this weird little side quest for obsidian because I knew I wanted glowstone for street lamps, so I had to go to the nether, and I found out that the nether is literally horrifying in this version because gas spawn everywhere and they don't die in one hit. So yeah, there's that.
I don't want to die here.
Moving on from the nether, I started the interior of the house I built, which I started calling the miner building, putting in bedrooms and a kitchen for the miners for them to use as they need. While finishing up the miner building, I decided I should name the town, and I came up with the name Goldshire. After that, I moved on to the tavern's interior, where I put in a bar and a couple of seats, and decided to call that good enough. On day 41, I ventured back into the nether for glowstone and almost died to a ghast.
Oh my goodness. I thought I was dead.
After doing loads of interior designing, I really just wanted to chill. In preparation for future projects, I decided it was a good idea to go strip mining, mostly for cobblestone, but other resources too. On day 42, I found 3 diamonds. Day 43, I got 11 diamonds. Day 44, I was disappointed with no diamonds. But on day 45, I found 5 diamonds, and on day 46, I got 12 diamonds. On day 47, I finally came out of the mine and got to work on the interior of my own house. I don't know why it's taken me so long to get to my own home, but later is better than never. I made a cool little chest room, and I found out leather is practically useless, and I got this cool sunset
Look at that,
view.
and I think it's... Yep. I do like this view. Night's coming to a close, and look at that view right there. Look at that. Just between my buildings, you see the sun, the sunset. It's beautiful.
For the next 2 days, I continued renovating my house by making a dog bed upstairs, making a study, which I will probably never go in again, and of course making my own room. On day 50, I wanted to kind of reminisce and just have a little bit of a tour of everything that I've already done. The next 2 minutes of the video will just be footage of me walking around everything I had built so far, and I also want to take a quick moment to ask everybody to join my Discord server in the description so that you can be caught up for future events and things like that. If you want to skip, then there's a timestamp on the screen now for you to go to. Now that I have crossed the halfway point of this world, I went ahead and jumped straight into an aspiration I've had since like day 4 or something. I plan to build a new mine entrance under the natural archway thing that we've got going on. I kept the same theme as the other buildings when making the entrance, using the same roof as I had on the Miners Guild building, and I also knew that I wanted to incorporate rails in some way, shape, or form, so I mined a 3x3 tunnel and connected it to the original mine. After creating a nice little smelting area and chest room and whatever else, I went ahead and sealed off the old mine entrance because it was ugly due to how it was positioned with the guild building. And I also connected the smelting area to the mine in the outside world with rails, because rails are like the fastest way to, travel in this version of Minecraft. The town was really starting to come together, so I wanted to add some little details around, such as a vein of ores and stone to look like it's a deposit from the miners. I put up some glowstone lamps along the pathway to light things up and make it look like it's all, symmetrical and whatnot. And I even ended up changing the pathway a little bit because I felt like gravel and dirt was a little too basic for the aesthetic of the town. On day 57, I woke up and chopped trees. And on day 58, I woke up and chopped trees. On day 59, I went ahead and built a second mine entrance on the other side of the archway. I didn't really know what to put there since I didn't really need another mine, so I just kind of moved on to a new project. I wanted to build something new, and I wanted it to be kind of interesting, like I wanted to experiment with different designs. However, I didn't really know what the building would be for, so that was kind of like a toss-up in the air for me. I did know that I wanted it to still be similar to the other builds, but like different in its own way. As I continued working on this building though, I struggled to find any sort of good design for this unknown building, which inevitably led me to tearing down the walls at least 3 times. Eventually I had a pretty good idea going and decided that the building would probably be like a bakery or something, since Goldshire didn't have a whole lot of food options. I was able to find a roof design that I liked, and it was pretty interesting looking, and I even found this creeper that was just spectating me build for some reason.
Dude, what the fuck? Okay. I need glass. Put glass, and then we'll finish this stuff. What the hell is this guy doing, bro? What are you doing? Oh! I didn't think he would blow up that fast. I don't know, dude. At this point in the world, I think I'm starting to go crazy because I'm not exactly sure what I'm even doing anymore. Like, I'm building this house right here. 2 things. It doesn't match the style of any of the other houses. Okay, I just decided I'm gonna do something different. And also, I have literally no purpose for building this. I don't even know what I'm gonna make this building. I just decided to make it, and I wanted it to be one story because I wanted it to be something different. But at this point, I'm like, what am I even doing? I have no idea what's going on anymore.
Once I got over my feelings of slight burnout, I went ahead and finished the bakery exterior, and I put in a nice smooth stone flooring, but I didn't actually do the interior because no, I'm just not going to do that right now. Continuing on my theme of doing random stuff, I began making another building which I had literally no use for. This one was going to be pretty similar to the Miners Guild building, but I did want to make it like a smaller variation of that, so that was pretty cool. I had to spend 2 entire days just looking for wool because these builds are super expensive and you can't breed animals, so I have to manually go out and find sheep, so it takes a long time. I did get to venture out fairly far from Goldshire though, so that was pretty cool. Once I got back, I continued construction on the new building. This continued for not 1, but 2 more days after that, so I ended up finishing the exterior for the most part by day 70. Now that that project was done, I was feeling rather ambitious. I wanted to do another build that was different from all of the other buildings I had already created. To do this, I figured I was going to need a lot of wood, and I didn't really know what I wanted to build, so this was going to give me enough time to kind of figure it out. After gathering wood for 2 days straight, I thought of a good idea though. I wanted to make a building that was like a figure point of Goldshire. Maybe a trade center or something like that. On day 73, I began constructing this building, and honestly, I had no plan and no vision. I was just kind of making this irregular box shape that fit the valley terrain. I thought the irregular shape would be kind of fun as it would present me this, new and interesting challenge to get over while building. And soon after construction began, I thought it would be really cool if the first part of the building that you saw was this big clock tower that loomed over the rest of the city. For that to actually work, though, I had to go and fix the dimensions of the base that I already created so that it could be more of a, I don't know, what is that called? Like an elongated cube. So, yeah, the tower was coming along great. It was tall and it was magnificent. However, because of how tall it was, I kept falling and taking a lot of damage. Because of that, eventually I ran out of food and had to spend an entire day killing piggies. I wish there was a more sustainable food source, but I refused to farm, so pigs were the next best option. When I got back, I continued working on the clock tower. The outline of the tower was coming along pretty good, but working at heights on beta is a little bit tedious because it's kind of really easy to fall off the build, and I had to just keep stacking up with dirt blocks, which was relatively annoying. Eventually, though, I thought the tower would look better if I moved the wool back one block to add a little bit of depth to the tower. I began working on the roof, which had a bit of a learning curve. I wanted it to look tall and grand and good, but at the same time not overly disproportionate to the rest of the tower. When I took a step back, I thought it was looking pretty good for a beta build. On day 80, I pretty much finished the front side of the tower. Although it's not as intricate as, new day builds and whatnot, there's something kind of appealing about its simplicity in the beta look. I like it. I think I'm probably going to have to go get more wool for the walls, though, and I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to do the rest of the building. Day 81 was just me venturing outside Goldshire, collecting some wool and food for upcoming days, and I spent day 82 doing the exact same thing, but I ended the day out admiring my new clock tower. During my admiration, I realized a stunning fact. I only had a few more days left in this world, and there was still a bunch of stuff that I wanted to get done before it was all over. This led to me deciding to just scrap the back half of the clock tower build because it was overshadowed by the clock itself anyways, and I really just felt like it was going to be unimportant. I spent the next day continuing work on the clock tower. I had to fill in a bunch of walls with wool and whatnot, but I kept running out of wool, so I had to go get some more wool. Like the adventurous man I am, I walked miles to find some sheep for some wool and for some resources, and eventually, after 2 days of exploration, I was able to make my way back home. Upon my return, I finished the clock tower for the most part. It was looking good, but I still had some huge plans for the remaining days in this series. After doing some general stuff around the town, making sure everything was good, I began my final day plans on day 88. I started building a wall because I want the wall to encompass Goldshire so that my second goal can take place properly. I want to light up Goldshire so that no mobs will spawn inside the walls at night or in the valley. I also want to get full diamond armor and finish the interior of all the buildings. After I ran out of cobble during construction, I started mining and I found 15 diamonds in one day, which was honestly kind of huge. I kept mining and the next day I found 10 more diamonds and then I eventually resurfaced. I continued building the wall on day 90, making sure it was tall enough and in the correct spot, and eventually I fully finished the wall on day 91. Day 92, I decided I actually had a use for the second mine. When I made the new mine entrance connecting to the old mine, I destroyed the nether portal. I thought the second mine entrance could lead to the nether portal as, a place to hold it or whatever else, so I went ahead and I put it in there. After lighting it, I went to the nether to find myself some more glowstone because I needed some lanterns to light up the paths, and I was met again with how absolutely brutal the ghast were in this version, making the whole process just very tedious and annoying. Returning from the nether, I moved on to some rather small details around the town, such as extending the pathways to new builds, putting lamps along the path, and I even went ahead and waited for nighttime so I could place torches around the village to stop the mob spawns. Next day, I started interior of the bakery, setting up a nice counter and a little checkered floor. I put in the state-of-the-art beta Minecraft kitchen and continued by putting in some, tables and whatnot throughout the entire cafe. I really wanted to put a cake in the bakery, so I spent the next entire day searching for necessary ingredients. I couldn't remember how to do the recipe, even though it probably hasn't changed in years, and I learned that I needed 3 buckets of milk, which seemed awfully expensive to me, but I mean, it was whatever, it's cool, because now I have this nice little cake inside the bakery. Next, I moved on to the interior of the new house I built, starting with a nice kitchen and a nice little front room. I realized I use paintings in this version a lot more than I do in newer versions of Minecraft, so I think I might start using them more often. I then moved on to upstairs and began laying out the room structures. I continued building the upstairs on day 98, but I honestly don't know what I was doing. I kind of just struggled to make it look good, and it ended up just being very awkward upstairs. The bedroom was just very weird feeling, and the little common area just seemed forced. I don't really know how to do it though, so maybe I will revisit it on, another day. On day 99, I wanted to just finish all my goals for the series before it was all over, so I went ahead and created my first set of diamond armor for this world. Later, I moved on to the clock tower interior, and I started upstairs, making a little meeting room for some leaders or whatever, and then I made this nice little formal area on the first floor. To end out the day, I fed my dogs in their room for one last time, and I made sure that they were comfortable up in their bed. So for day 100, I thought it would be very fitting, just kind of turn off the face cam, go, old school style, and just kind of do a normal little walkthrough of Goldshire for, for the fun. I'm just gonna kind of tour the rooms and just talk about things that I want to talk about and my experiences that I felt throughout this video, like with my dogs and stuff. So yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. Honestly, beta Minecraft was pretty fun to play. It was pretty cool. And by the way, there's nothing in these chests. It's just for show. Beta Minecraft was pretty fun to play. It was pretty cool. I mean, I don't know. It's just very weird to play this version because the simplicity makes it where I keep asking myself, like, okay, like, what do I do now, I've definitely done more building in this version than I usually would have done because I really didn't know what else to do. I do want to give huge respect to, Luke the Notable and World. Those are 2 YouTubers who very much so impacted my decision to actually make this video, because without them, I probably wouldn't have even done this. And I do think Luke the Notable was the first one who came up with this 100 days idea. So yeah, huge shout out to both of those guys. They've inspired me to be actually making Minecraft content. That being said, though, I do kind of want to move on to, some other type of games possibly. I'll probably still be uploading Minecraft and things like that, but there are some other games I'd like to play, some scary games, maybe some other stuff that I see on Steam and whatnot that I think people would like. So if you guys do want to see those videos, well then make sure to, go and join my Discord server. It'll be down in the description to be caught up on that stuff. I'd also like to do some, type of events and things like that with you guys, if that would be interesting to y'all. I think that'd be really fun. Nice little working fridge. It's kind of old school. But, yeah, I mean, those are all those things I wanted to do. I have a lot of aspirations and stuff, and a lot of things I would like to do, but this video was definitely a fun one to make. And I'm not against doing another, like 100 days of something, but I just put a lot of effort into this video, and I think this is the type of video that, I would probably make only if I was, like, really inspired to do something. Never did build anything up here, but, it's a tavern. I don't really know what I would put up here. I guess I could put up some, like, rooms or something, or more seating. I don't know. But for now, I'm pretty happy with this tavern area. Beta Minecraft, if I had to recommend it, I'd probably recommend it to just about anybody who is just trying to chill, maybe de-stress or something. Because it's got this simplicity that, normal Minecraft doesn't have, and it's kind of like more peaceful than the newer versions of Minecraft without having to actually put it on peaceful mode. Like, you're probably not gonna die that often. I feel like you really shouldn't. You don't take a lot of damage, so it's pretty stress-free, I would think. I think that I think that this video was probably one of my favorite videos to make, just because it was really chill, but I did have this big stress feeling the whole time I was making this because I wasn't putting out a video, because this was more of like a production video than I would normally do. I would normally, you know, just record myself playing a game for a few hours and that was that. But this video literally took me 2 weeks of my life to make because, you know, I have a job and I have to go to school and stuff like that. So balancing all of that really just took a toll on me. God, I really just don't like this room. I really don't like this. It's just, this area seems weird. This seems forced. I don't know. Maybe I'll come back and fix this one day. I mean, I don't know. But like I was saying, this video, I really did put a lot more time into this video than I would have other videos, and it was honestly a good experience, and I think I'm not against making another one. I just think I would like to try some other styles of content and stuff too. If y'all did enjoy this video though, and you did enjoy this style of content, let me know in the description, and I'll possibly continue posting, you know, 100-day like videos, or maybe I'll just do, you know, some series and stuff like that. But in general, just join the Discord down below if you guys do want to stay caught up. Maybe give me some video suggestions, whatever else. If you guys just want to hang out, I'll probably be in the voice channel sometimes, talking in chat, stuff like that. But yeah, I think this is going to be the end of the video. I pretty much have said my piece, said everything I like to say. I don't really have anything else to show off. This is all where I built, so I think this is going to be it, guys. I really do appreciate you guys watching. It means the world to me. Any suggestions, comments, critiques, please leave them. I'd love to hear it. And I'm going to go ahead and say bye to my dogs one more time. I'll see you guys later. Hopefully I don't just sit here for the rest of eternity. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to check out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it.